Hello, Simmers. We're back with some more New Jersey Devils Battle Royale franchise mode in Hockey Legacy Manager 25. And in this one, we have the start of year number 8 as we won the Stanley Cup in year number 7 for the second time in 5 years. And we head into the offseason where there are now only 18 teams remaining. And as we head into the draft lottery, there are now 10 teams in the draft lottery, as obviously the playoffs have been cut to 8 teams. So let's see who is picking at number 10. You have Florida, followed up by Vegas, Colorado, Utah, Edmonton, Calgary, St. Louis at number 4. And at number 3, you have Boston, followed up by Tampa at number 2 and Seattle at number 1. All right, here we go. Time for the draft. Let's sim to our pick and see who's available for us at number 34. We, of course, traded our first round pick. So I think we're going to take Jasinner here. He has an 83 potential with the Green Star motivation. Offensive defenseman, 58 overall, 55 defensive category. So he may take a little bit to get to the NHL, but he does look like one of the best players available. There's also Urbom, however, 80 projected overall, 67 offensive category already, 63 defensive as an offensive defenseman, 77 points last year. Actually, I might take him. Yeah, actually, I think I'll take Urbom here. He's a 65 overall, 3.5 gold star potential. Let's take the Italian sniper here, Santi Pegoraro. Got the Red Star motivation. He's projected to go in the second round, 58 offense, 58 defense. And ranked at number 43, he is the best player available according to the draft rankings. So let's take Santi Pegoraro with this pick. Welcome to the New Jersey Devils. He is a 58 overall, 3.5 Red Star potential. Pick number 70 now, I think we will take Ted Doherty. He's the Red Star potential, 64 offensive category, 60 defensive. So let's take him, see what he is. He's a 62 overall, 2.5 Red Star potential. All right, simulating up to pick number 88. We are in the 5th round now. I think we'll take Dennis Kagaikin here. He's got the 81 projected overall, the Red Star motivation, 56 offensive, 56 defensive, and he's ranked at number 86. So it's not a stretch to take him here. Welcome to the New Jersey Devils. And he has a 56 overall, 2.5 Red Star. I think with this pick, we'll take Philip Bergman. So you have Bergman with the 50 overall, 3 gold star potential. And round number 7 now, I think we'll just take the first 18-year-old I see, which will be Fredrickson. He has moved up 203 spots from the start of the season. Lars Erik Fredrickson, welcome to the New Jersey Devils. He's a 50 overall, 3 gold star potential. And that'll be it for the draft. All right, so going into this re-sign stage, we have Bratt, Kempe, Meyer, Huuhtinen, Bakvist, Casey, Malek, Salayev, Waslin, and Brown. Then you also have Zadorov, who's at 18 years of age, at 81 overall already. So let's get Bratt signed here. He wants 5 years. I definitely do not want to do that, especially not with a no movement clause in there. I think I'll give him 2 years for 8.78. Then Kempe, he wants 2 years, go down to 4.6. Yeah, I think I'll do that. He wants the modified no trade clause. That's all right. Meyer wants 2 years for 2.6. I'm going to do 1 year for 2.4. Then you have Salayev. He wants 5 years for 6.5. I think I'm going to try to get him for longer because he's been pretty good. He had a 53.3 CF percentage last year, 196 hits. He's really good. 36 points. Yeah, I want to keep Salayev around. So Salayev, I'll go for 7 years at 5.7. And then Waslin, I think I'll also give him 7 years. He had 56 points last year, 51.6 CF percentage, 53.4 on faceoffs. So despite his 63 faceoff rating, he is capable of taking faceoffs consistently. Yeah, I think I'll give him 7 years as well, and we'll go down to 5.6. So let's simulate a day and see how much cap we have remaining after signing all these guys. We're up to 7.9 remaining in cap space. I would like to re-sign Bakvist. He had 44 points for us last year. He wants 2 years for 2.5 effectively. Yeah, I think we'll do that. 2 years for 2.3. Casey wants 2 years for 2.6 and a modified no trade clause. Yeah, I mean, he's been good. He's got a good CF percentage, 19 points last season. So I'll give him the 2 years that he wants at 2.4 with the modified no trade clause. Both of them accept their contracts, and we're up to 92.9 million now. We have effectively 4 million cap space remaining. I'm definitely going to want to sign Zadorov. He's already an 81 overall, so we'll get him signed right now. Huuhtinen was good for us. He had a 54.4 CF percentage at 114 hits in 65 games played, so I'd like to keep him around if possible. He wants 4 years for 3.3. I'll go 2 years for 3.43. So they both accept their contracts, and I think that's going to be about it. I don't know if we have money for too many other guys here. We might just be able to sign Malek. Yeah, okay. I think we can afford Malek, but that's only if we give him 3 years. And even then, it's just barely. If we go any lower, then he's already down to medium interest. Actually, if I give him a modified no trade clause, then we could go to 1 year for 1.5 effectively. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And he accepts that offer, but that is just about it. I don't think we can make any more signings here, in fact. Yeah, we effectively have just enough cap space for one more minimum deal, but that's about it. And then what I'll do is qualify the rest of these guys so that we can retain their rights, but all these UFAs are going to go. And now we're on July 1st, so let's see if we need anything going into free agency. I don't think so, to be honest. Maybe a backup defenseman, but that's all I can think of. Yeah, honestly, I don't think we need anything here, especially considering the fact that we just won the Stanley Cup, so let's just simulate straight ahead to the Hall of Fame inductions. And inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame this year are Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and Drew Doughty. Oh, looks like Karamov has been offer sheeted by Utah. Yeah, I guess we can't match it, so sure, you can have him. All right, let's see the gross from this past offseason. You have Bergman growing by 10 up to a 60 overall. Celebrini is up to a 79 overall with a +9. Guskov is up to an 81. Singleton up to an 80. Frederickson up to a 57. Yegorov is up to an 83. Urbom to a 69. Kucheryavenko up to a 64. Pegoraro up to a 61. Bachfest actually grew to an 84. Finley's up to an 84 now as well. So it looks like he's going to make his NHL debut this year. Nico's starting to regress. Huhtinen regressed a little bit, down to an 82. Bratz down to an 86. Kepi to an 85. Strome to an 80. Myers down to an 80 as well. All right, so here's the situation. We have 2 more players to cut by the end of the preseason. Coincidentally, we have 4 goaltenders, being Finley, Yegorov, Lavage, and Malek. Now, Lavage and Malek both played last year. However, both Yegorov and Finley have overtaken them in overall. I don't think I want to get rid of Lavage just because of what he did in the playoffs for us last year, a .917 save percentage. And of course, he had a .908 in 54 games played during the regular season. But Malek, I think we can move on from. I mean, he did well as well during the regular season, a .905 in 28 games played. But right now, we need to clear up some cap so that we can get a backup defenseman instead of just Palm, Ola Palm, who is currently our 7th defenseman at 77 overall. And that extra cap comes in the form of 2 extra goaltenders. So we're going to have to trade at least one of them. And of course, Malek's the one with the modified no trade clause. And at the same time, Lavage is making more money. He's making $3 million. So it would make more sense financially to trade Lavage, but we don't know how either Yegorov or Finley simulate yet, right? So I would rather keep Lavage at least temporarily as some insurance. All right, we'll be trading Jacob Malek to the Dallas Stars in exchange for Dave Tucker, who's with 70 overall, 19 years of age with a 3.5 dark red star potential, and then a 3rd and a 4th for the upcoming draft. Proposed trade accepted. So now what we're going to do is sign a 7th defenseman out of free agency. I think that'll be Kalen Addison. He's an offensive defenseman. He had 16 points last year in 53 games played with Seattle. And he's only asking for a minimum deal, so we will send him that offer. All right, you know what? Just for right now, I'm going to send down Finley because he's got the no waivers. He doesn't have to go through waivers. Yegorov and Lavage do. So for right now, I'm going to send down Finley just until we know how Yegorov simulates. So I'm going to have Yegorov starting. And then if he proves to be good, then we will move Lavage, and then we'll call up Mr. Frank Finley. All right, so here's the lines we're rolling with. We have Hughes, Heischer, Hallmartz, Arsenault, Waslin, Kempe, Bratt, Middlestat, Pikarainen, Zadorov, Strome, and Huhtinen. Filman and Meyer are scratched. On defense, you have Hughes and Nemetz, Salayev and Bachfest, Stenlund and Casey, and then in goal, you have Yegorov and Lavage for now. Power play, you have Hughes, Heischer, Hallmartz, Hughes, and Bachfest. Then Arsenault, Waslin, and Kempe with Salayev and Nemetz. And then on the penalty kill, you have Heischer, Pikarainen, Hughes, and Nemetz, and then Middlestat, Bratt, Salayev, and Bachfest. So with that being done, let's advance and see how year number 8 unfolds for this team. All right, after 1 month, we are 4-6, and we are dangerously close to the bottom of the league. So let's see what's going on here. And unfortunately, it seems Yegorov not doing too well to start out his career. 868 save percentage in 8 games played. Lavage with the 883. Then again, this happened last season, so I don't really know exactly what to make of this, but Yegorov is not making a good first impression here. Nobody's CF percentage is particularly bad here. Our top 6 scoring is doing all right. Hughes and Nemetz are producing. I think most of this has got to be on our goaltending in Yegorov and Lavage. So let's just simulate a couple more weeks and see if they can pull themselves together. If not, then we're going to have to make a move of some sort. And that's probably going to involve calling up Finley. And actually, while I'm thinking of it, I'll get Stenlund on the penalty kill. Yegorov's still not making a great impression here. 15 games played, 880 save percentage. I think we'll flip him to Edmonton. They look like they might need a goaltender. And we will send him along with 2 third-round picks to Edmonton in exchange for Alvin Prince, who is an 18-year-old, 70 overall winger. He had 110 points last season in the OHL. So he seems pretty promising. Let's make this trade. Trade accepted. And now, of course, we are going to have to call up Finley. So let's see what he is about. Hopefully he'll be better. And after 15 games played, Finley has an 898 save percentage. So he's doing better than Yegorov did, but not by much, unfortunately, to start things out. Hopefully he can get there because he's at an 85 now. So, I mean, he's growing, clearly, but results matter at the NHL level, especially when you are being threatened by elimination year after year. All right, we're at the trade deadline now. We're 40-22-4, good enough for second in the league. So it seems we have definitely improved over this past stretch. And so has Finley. He's up to a 909 save percentage in 36 games played with 3 shutouts and a goal saved above average of 730. So honestly, everything seems like it is going well. So we will just simulate through the rest of the regular season and into the playoffs. Ooh, Brady Wasselin to miss 2 months due to injury. So he might be out to start the playoffs. And it's a good thing we have Middlestat because he could just slot right into the second line there, and we'll move up Strome. And then who's going to be the center on that fourth line? It might be Zadorov. He's got the 66 faceoffs. That's not terrible. Meyer has a 73 for faceoffs. Yeah, we'll just get Meyer in there for right now. And we've finished 48-29-5 on the regular season, which is good enough for second in the league. So let's take a look at the player stats. In goal, you have Finley in 48 games played with a 905 save percentage and 4 shutouts. Goal saved above average of 4.18. And Hlavage in 19 games played with an 890 save percentage. So we'll see how Finley does in these playoffs. Skater-wise, you have Jack Hughes with 112 points. He is not slowing down. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, he has, in fact, broken some Devils records here. Yes, indeed. He now leads the team all time in goals, assists, and points. And he's only 30. He's only 30 years of age. He's going to keep going. So he's already a legend in the making for your New Jersey Devils. Then you have Nemetz with 80, Hischier with 79, Luke with 79, Holmertz with 66, Arsenault with 54, Bachvis with 52, Kempe with 51, Salayev with 46, Wasselin with 43, Middlestat with 34, Bratt with 29, Casey with 28, Pikkarainen and Stenlund with 25, Strome with 20, Zadorov with 19, Huhtinen with 18, Meyer with 5, and Addison with 4 in 6 games. And to start things out in these playoffs, we have the Colorado Avalanche in the first round, so let's get right to it. Game number 1 underway. And that'll be a goal for Stenlund unassisted to make it 1-0. There's 2-0. Salayev, the defenseman, coming in to pot some goals there. There's Meyer to make it 3-0 heading into the second period. And there's Kempe to make it 4-0. And that's it for the second, or heading into the third, up by 4. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Can we hold on? Yes, we do. And Frank Finley gets the shutout as the first start of the game. And then Salayev and Kempe at the other start of the game. And unfortunately, Kempe suffers a minor injury. He's out for 2 weeks with a lower body injury. And I have to get Philman in there. And I will get Bratt on the power play. All right, here we go. Game number 2. And nothing doing the first period. 5 minutes remaining in the second period. Still nothing doing for either team. And we head into the third period almost scoreless. But Fisher gets one with 11 seconds remaining in the second. And that opens up the scoring as Nurmi Kanta gets the goal as well for Colorado to make it 2-0. 5 minutes remaining in the third. And now we get shut out in this game. 3 stars of the game are Gidloff, Makar, and Fisher. So going into Colorado now with the series tied at 1. Come on, New Jersey. And that'll be it for 1. No scoring in the first period. And there it is, Jack Hughes with the goal from Nico and Holmertz to make it 1-0 lead in the second period. And that'll be it for the second. We're heading into the third, up by 1. And there's a goal from Makar to make it tied at 1. And then Luosterainen makes it a 2-1 lead. But then it's Huhtinen to make it 2-2. And we are headed to overtime. Come on, New Jersey. Nurmi Kanta with the goal for Colorado makes it 2-1 in favor of them. 3 stars of the game, Gidloff, Nurmi Kanta, and Finley. Game number 4. Let's tie this series up at 2. And there's a goal for Philman to make it 1-0. And then Bachvis makes it 2-0. And that'll be it for the first. We take a 2-0 lead heading into the second period. But Zadorov with the goal, his first playoff goal, makes it 3-0. Then Makar gets the power play goal to make it a 3-1 game heading into the third period here, as Jack Hughes with a power play goal makes it 4-1. But then there's Makar following it up to make it 4-2. 5 minutes remaining, and Strom with the goal makes it 5-2. And that will be it for this game. We are tied at 2 in the series. 3 stars of the game are Bachfest, Philman, and Keller. And Brady Wasselin is back in the lineup, so let's get him back in there. All right, and in the game number 5 on home ice, let's see if we can take a 3-2 series lead here. Power play for New Jersey goes nowhere. 5 minutes remaining in the first. And there's our first goal of the game, Salayev. And then Middlestat follows it up to make it 2-0 heading to the second period. There's 3-0 Middlestat again, and that'll be the end of the second. We are heading to the third, up by 3. Have a good cushion here. Let's not blow it. There it is. Holmertz makes it 4-0. 5, and there's another one. Arsenault with his first of the playoffs makes it 5-0, and we get the shutout victory. Frank Finley, the first star of the game once again. Then Middlestat and Bratt, the other stars of the game. Here we go. Game number 6. We can end it right here. Let's move on to the second round, and that'll be the end of the first. Nothing doing for either team. But there's a goal for McCarr to make it 1-0 early in the second period. And there's a goal for Luke Hughes to make it 1-1. And then Jack Hughes makes it 2-1. But then Salmonen, our former Devil, makes it 2-2. And Kyrou in the third period, halfway through, makes it 3-2 Colorado. Come on, guys. Come on, New Jersey. Last minute goal? Nope, not happening. 3 stars of the game, McCarr, Hughes, and Gidloff. And we have a game 7. Winner moves on to the second round. Come on, New Jersey. Power play goes nowhere. And that's a goal for Nurmi Konta of Colorado to make it 1-0 heading to the second period. And Keller in the last minute of the second period gets the goal to make it 2-0. But Jack Hughes with the power play marker. And then Natchez makes it 3-1. Come on, New Jersey. 10 minutes remaining in the third. 7, 6, 5, 4. Salayev with the goal. 3, 2. Come on. Oh, man. We're out in the first round in these playoffs. That's unfortunate. 3 stars of the game, Keller, Gidloff, and Natchez. Let's check out the player stats. Finley in 7 games played with a .944 save percentage, so you can't blame goaltending in this one. You cannot blame goaltending here. Frank Finley was amazing with that .944 save percentage. Skater-wise, you have Adam Bachfest with 6 points leads the team. Salayev with 6. Then Jack Hughes with 5, Holmertz with 4, Bratt, Middlestat, Heischer, and Philman with 3, Kempe with 2 and 1 game played. That injury to Kempe was really unfortunate. He's usually one of our key performers in the playoffs. Then Meyer with 2 and 4 games, Luke, Nemetz, Huhtinen, Wasselin, Stenlund, Arsenault, and Zadorov all with 2, Strom and Casey with 1, and then Pikkarainen with nothing in 7 games played. And your 2032 Stanley Cup champions are the Ottawa Senators. They went through Montreal, Seattle, and Pittsburgh. So now it's time for the awards. The Stanley Cup, of course, goes to Ottawa. St. Louis won the President's Trophy. The Hart goes to Nathan MacKinnon, now on Montreal. He had 114 points on the season. The Conn Smythe goes to Nedeljko Gregorcic of Ottawa, who had 26 points these playoffs. The Art Ross goes to Nathan MacKinnon. The Calder goes to Kuleshov with 91 points for St. Louis. The Maurice Richard goes to Pugh with 54 goals for Pittsburgh. The Ted Lindsay goes to Demidov with 86 assists on Montreal. The Selke Trophy goes to Rubrek of Seattle with a 53.7 CF percentage. The actual Bobby Orr Trophy goes to Rolf Helander of Florida with 97 points on the season. The Norris Trophy goes to James Ali of St. Louis with a 53.3 CF percentage. The Vezina goes to Gidloff of Colorado, and the Jack Adams goes to Hiller of St. Louis. And here are the retirements for this year for players who have played for us in the past. You have Jason Dickinson, Chris Tierney, Steven Santini, Frederick Gauthier, Chase DeLeo, Brett Cini, Nick DeSimone, Josh Jacobs, and Mason Geertsen. Then other notable players, you have Jonathan Huberdeau retiring, Sean Monahan, Tomas Hurdle, Andre Burakovsky, Hampus Lindholm, Shea Theodore, Rasmus Anderson, Ryan Hartman, Brennan Montour, and Mackenzie Weegar. And then you have Rasmus Anderson and Michael Eissimont with career-ending injuries. And eliminated at the end of the season are the Utah Hockey Club and Calgary Flames. We'll see Utah as the Utah Mammoth, I would imagine, in the next series. And with that, we're now down to 16 teams in the league. We've effectively cut the league in half from what it once was. And so with all that being done, I think we will wrap this one up. And of course, I want to thank the channel members for all your support. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one where we go through year number 9 of this Battle Royale franchise mode.